according to the meaning and the concept of metta or Brahmavihara in Buddhism. That means we may translate it into English. That means the universal love. Universal love, or the loving based on soft unconditional. Because of the concept of love in our life may be classified into two categories or two ideas. The first is love based on soft condition. That means when we love to anything else, we make a condition that support we loving anything, we focus to our life or ourselves. We love this thing because of we think that this thing will make our life going to be happy or going to be better. That means this love we based on soft the condition. Just as for one illustration, suppose we taking some puppy dogs or something else come to look after in our house or in our family. We think that we occupy this one, it make our lives better. It make our life going to be happy. And this kind of love, it is not universal, and also it not sustainable. Because of suppose we just you may have seen some phenomena in Thailand that when someone they purchase a puppy, come to look after in their house. If the puppy is maybe got suffer, maybe not growing up like as his mind requires, they will feel unhappy. Maybe they throw it away. These kinds of love we call condition. And this condition love, that means we focus to our life. That means we would like to let our life going to be happy, going to be relaxed, going to be pressure like that. This based on of the things, animals, even though for the people or the man who living together. Just as suppose I loving someone, I think that this person will make our minds, our lives happy. Just as two person they stay together, they think that I love you just and just your eye, your ear, your face, your body is very look good, very beautiful like that. That means when we taking a look like that, we think that suppose we occupy this person, it make our lives happy and make our life going to be present like that. And suppose if this condition is changing, just as suppose his eye is blind and her eye is blind, her head is maybe got something is a problem, just a hand broken or something like that. The loving will be changing. It may be denied, maybe rejects, maybe destroyed that objects. This one I give illustration also for the things, for animals and for the people. This we call conditional love. And this love is based on some lust, based on some desire, based on some self, based on some ego. Because I think we think that when we love something, we think that and consider that thing will make our life going to be happy. That means this is we call conditional love. The second is unconditional love. Unconditional love, that means we focus to the people, focus to the things, focus to the animals. Suppose I have the unconditional love to the just as an animal, any kinds of animal. Our love, our happy will be based on that thing it is happy. Just as suppose we take a dog or a cat come to look after in our house. When we take it come to our family or come to our house, we will looking after them properly. Even though anything taking place with that animal, they has a broken head, they has an properly and maybe something is changing, but we will pay more and give more about the loving kindness. We try to help them, try to support them, but our happiness will be get whenever the thing we love is progressing or successful or the better. This is I give one illustration just as for the tree, just as we're looking up the trees. When we plant the tree, our love is when the tree is grow up, when the tree is beautiful, when the tree is suppose they got some problem, they will not destroy or reject them. They will try to look after them. They will pay more and more about the loving to all of that things. Then we just take a look only for the trees, for an animals, for the people. Just as a couple they living together. Suppose they have to love together. The first is mean the loving based on some of the condition. When we living together, because of the relationship, because of the friendly, because of the sincerity we living together, our love from condition it will change to unconditional. Any kinds of the problem taking place with the people or with the person we love, just our friends, our husbands, our wife like that. When the problem is taking place with that person, just as they may be lost their physical organ, the leg is gone, the hand is gone, the brain is gone, but the mind, the eye is gone. They do not reject. They will try to look after. They will give more and more about the loving. Therefore, this is just the concept of loving in the Buddhist people. We say that we have two kinds of love. The first one is love based on some lust, based on some self, based on some the selfish or ego. Suppose we think that person cannot make our life going to be happy, they will be reject or destroy the things, the people or the animal. This cannot make our life, make our world, make our society living together properly. The second we call the loving kindness or metta. Metta is unconditional love. This is based on the sincerity, based on the sympathetic joy, based on the happily together. That means I will be happy when you are happy. I will be happy when animal is happy. And this one it will be spread and will be spread more and more wide and wide to the people. It may be start from our relative, fathers, mothers, relations, cousins, or the one who living in our families. After that, it will be spread wider and wider. Therefore, unconditional love and unconditional loving, that means we call metta or loving kindness in Buddhist people. Therefore, in Buddhism, he said that all of the living beings in our world is the friends. We call the friends of the friends of the born, the friends of the suffering, the friends of the dying, something like that. Just as one loving kindness we sharing or spread to the people that sapphe satta, that means no omission. All of the living being, seen, unseen, in the present and the futures, in the past, and also we can touching and even though untouchable, all living being, all of the friend living, staying in the same of the destiny. That means all of us is the friends of the own age, death, and suffering together. When the unconditional love is taking place within our life, it will make our life living based on of the pressure, relax, and no more conflict, and no more about the selfish. Therefore, this is loving kindness in Buddhism.
Very nice. So, what is the method the Buddha was describing to reach this kind of unconditional love? This kind of unconditional love, that means we start to clear comprehension about the true nature of life based on ourselves first. That means the Buddha he give one illustration that one who love oneself, however, they should be love the other just as they love oneself. That means give our life to be going to be illustration.
Then we love to be happy, we love to be free from violence, we love to be free from suffering. Therefore, the other living being have the same sensation. Then this one, the Buddha, he said that actually the status of our life is, at least it has three status together. The first we call normally status of our life. That means we're living normally, no more for the higher or lower. It is normally. This status we should be living together based on of the loving kindness. Because of the loving kindness, it will be showing at least three situations. The first for the normally situation, just as all of us who are living together here or in any society or in any environment, when they have normally, no suffer, no higher, that means normally. That means our life, our mind will be full of the loving kindness. No more envy, no more anger, no more violence to that kind of living being. The second status means our life it is impermanent. It may be higher and lower. When the normally of life, it may be sometimes is lower. Just as maybe fall down, just as maybe suffering, just as maybe sickness, just as going to be hopeless, something like that. That means fall down, not normally. When the status of life is it is a follow or fail or lower, the loving kindness it will be changed. The nature of the loving kindness will be changed, going to be compassion. The compassion coming, that means try to give support. We would like to help them, any kinds of the we ability to help them by material thing, by advisor or give speech or suggestion, or by our power, our doing something like that. Any kinds of the compassion we can do. Something is based on of the material things. Something is based on of our speech. Something is based on of our action. Just as for the material thing, may be donation or giving something to help them. Just as you walking along the road, you may see a dog is a suffer. You may be see a cat is a sickness. You may be see the people they got suffering. They begging along the road. That means your mind is changing situation, the nature from loving kindness going to be compassion. Then you try to give support them, try to help them, take them out from the problem or the suffering. Then when we can help them freely or liberation from the lower situation or suffering, they growing up, maybe going to the normally. That means suppose he is suffering, his headache, his the physical problem is gone. Then he come to living in normally. And again, your mind will be changed to be loving kindness. Loving kindness. That means unconditional love. Whenever this man or this person, they develop themselves, is grow up or higher, more than the normal status. Just as they may be get successful, they may be get healthy enough and strong more than we come to help them. They're growing up. They great power like that. Just as in the office, suppose we working together, we have a friend who working together. When our friend they stay the same status with us, we have loving kindness. When our friend is lower or got the problem, fell down, our mind will change to be compassion, come to give support, come to help them. When they get the awards, they get the successful based on of his work or his duty, he growing up and higher more than the normally. Our mind will changing to be sympathetic joy. That means congratulation. Therefore, this is unconditional love. Suppose we have conditional love, that is, suppose someone who, one illustration, someone who living normally. Suppose this person is our friends, is our parents, father, mother. We maybe have loving kindness. Suppose that person not our friends, not our parents. We maybe not care about them. because it's not my friend, it's not my father, it's not my brother, it's not my team. They will be reject to help them. Or sometimes they may be growing up or higher in the status or in the living being is great or growing up like that. We may be angry. We may be angry. Why it's him? Why it's not me? Why it's him? Why it's not my friend? This is a conditional love. When this love is taking place, we cannot living together based on some the peace or the harmonious and relaxation in our situation, even though in the family, in the office, in the countries, in the world. Whenever the people who are living together in our world, they full of the loving kindness like this. That means our mind is changing based on some three status of life, and our mind changing. That means when they living in the normally, we have the loving kindness. When the people they got some problem on the lower, just we take a look about the people who are living around our society, extend to our countries, extend to around the world. This is unconditional. When the people they lower, we try to give support them. Any kinds of thing we can help them. Even though we have to use our body come to working for them like that. Just all of you come to working for volunteer like that. We come to help to give support to try to make the people freely from the problem of suffering. And when they work their duty, their position is higher. Just I give illustration that means our mind will changing to the sympathetic joy. That means congratulation. That will be no anger, envy, and bias to doing with any kinds of the people. Therefore, the loving kindness is the universal love, and the love based on some unconditional loving. This make our lives going to be happy.
I have the experience that a lot of times when people from the West get in contact with this concept, it deeply resonates in their heart, and I think everybody's longing for this kind of love. But a lot of people get afraid because they are afraid that people who are not wanting to go to that unconditional love, that they take advantage of me. So if I love somebody and say, yeah, I'm happy for you if you get all the success, and I'm happy for you if you earn more money than me, or I'm just always helping people, that people would take advantage of me. And, do you know what these people mean?
I think the loving kindness, it should be based on the knowledge or wisdom. Suppose we have only loving kindness and unconditional love, this means it based on the knowledge or wisdom. Just as suppose we want to help anyone, we can help them for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but they're still waiting for our support and giving like this. That means our mind also should be come to the others, the status that means the upekha or neutralities and equanimities. That means suppose we give them by the object, by the material things, they may be make them is going to be lazy to working and waiting for the support or the giving for the people. We can give them and help them for some situation. When we consider that suppose this man is waiting for the support or the giving or always donation like that, they're not ability to change their situation, their status from begging or beggar going to be the better that situation. We should be considered what kinds of the loving kindness we will sharing or giving to them. Maybe train them how to work, give the knowledge. We should be find out the skill of that person, what kind of that skill they has, we should be give support and help them based on of the skill of that person they have. Just as learning how to use their ability, help them, support them going to what field of the specialist. That means give support based on of the knowledge. Therefore, for the loving kindness, suppose we use this unconditional love, it should be controlled or monitored by the knowledge or wisdom. Just as suppose we see that suppose we use only loving kindness without the condition and unconditional love, we try to help them, support them in every situation. That we make the people is that mean weaken, not strong enough to working. Therefore, this point of view we should be changing from the object, from the material thing, maybe give them about the knowledge. Support them going to be education. Send them to training about the skill they can work. That means this kinds of the loving kindness. Therefore, for the loving kindness, when we use to the people, it does not mean that we always and use this unconditional love for the people or every living being. We should also including or put our mind stay based on of the knowledge or wisdom. That means reason, knowledge, wisdom, insight, clear comprehension about the true nature of the man and the true nature of the animal, the true nature of the tree or environment like that. Therefore, in the Brahmavihara, according to Buddhism, he declared only 4 conditions. The first, that means loving kindness. The second is talking about the compassion. Just I talking about the status of the living like this. That means normally and lower and higher. And for your question, the last question, that means we have to use the last one, that means upekha or neutrality and equanimity. That means it based on of the knowledge or wisdom. One senior monks in Laos, they said that suppose we have unconditional love and we use them without the knowledge, that we make the people is wicked. And we waiting for advantage from you always. Oh, I suffer, I want this. Oh, I suffer, I want this. I want you to help me just and just. This point of view will make the people not strong enough to living by themselves. This point of view we should be including the knowledge or wisdom. What kinds of the object we come to give support or sharing to all of them. But for the loving kindness, as I have said, that means it may be showing through our behavior, that just as we donation or giving some things. This one. The second, that means we give the suggestion or give a proper speech to all of them. Teach them how to working. Teach them how to living in this situation. And the last one, we can give the first one, we can support the object already. That means give the material to all of them. The second is we give suggestion or teach them, and they cannot following anything else. That means waiting for only the donation. The third one, it should become, that means neutrality. Just as upekha, it come to keep these 3 kinds of the loving kindness is equanimity. That means normally we have loving kindness. Lower we give the compassion. When he higher we congratulation or that means sympathetic joy. We use these 3 already, but the status of the people or the living being not changing. We should become to consideration and use our knowledge and neutrality and equanimity for all of them. Therefore, loving kindness is good, but we should be used based on of the knowledge or wisdom, not just for the feeling. Because of the first, the second, the third is based on the feeling. That means you're feeling to be loving kindness, you're feeling going to be compassion, you're feeling to be sympathetic joys. But the last one, that means the neutrality or the an equanimity. That means based on of the knowledge. We have knowledge and feeling. Feeling is easy, but knowledge you have to training. Because of the feeling, it is taking place by the context. Mean phassa, when the contact taking place, feeling is coming. Therefore, the first loving kindness, the second is compassion, the third one is sympathetic joy. These three kinds based on the feeling. But the last one that means upekha based on of the knowledge, based on of awareness, based on of the wisdom. These four kinds of the sublime state or Brahmavihara.
And can you tell us a little bit about what the Buddha, and also from your experience, what are the benefits of practicing the Brahmaviharas on a personal level, but also on a universal level?
For the benefits of the Brahmavihara, we may be classified to two stages. The first is the benefit we can touching in present moments. The second is we call the benefit we may be get or touching without the vision, beyond the vision. The touching or the present moment, that means when we have the loving kindness, just suppose you have the loving kindness and you help them based on of the material things, you will see that one who get the thing from you, they will be happy. And so you also happy. That means you can touch in the present. Therefore, the benefit together we call the benefit in the state of eye vision. We can touching in the present. Just as you may observing the people who living surround to all of you, that means one who full of loving kindness, they will be the first one. The Buddha, he said, for the benefit, he will be sitting, standing, walking with pleasure or happiness. The first one. Suppose who lost of the no have the loving kindness. When we sitting, walking, standing, and lying down, they will feel of frustration, feel of tension. They cannot sitting properly. They cannot sleeping properly. They will be anxiety and sorrow, and maybe feel of the support who no have the loving kindness. That means his mind is full of the anger or envy. When the person he has the anger or envy in his mind, that means they cannot live in properly. Therefore, the benefits of the loving kindness we can in the state of eye vision. That means the first he's talking about when he is standing, walking, sitting, and lying down. All of this position is full of happy or happily or relaxation. The other one that means after he's sleeping, he will be sweet dream. They will not dreaming to the dangerous or the phenomena which make his life feel fear like that. Just as the one who full of the anger, who full of the envy, who full of the frustration. When they sleep, they cannot sleep properly. And when you dream, maybe dream the bad dream, not good dream. Therefore, the benefits of the loving kindness, the other one that means when we sleeping will be good dream. And the other that means they will have look very shy. Just as we have we say that we have they have the radiance or the what you said aura. They will have aura. That means anywhere they staying, they will have the aura showing through their body, through their mind. They will feel up smiling and friendly. Who cultivate and have the loving kindness in their mind. And the other that means one who loving kindness or practice in loving kindness, they will be beloved of the human being and unhuman being or non-human being. What is the human being? That means the living together, just all of us. They will be beloved of that person. The second is what is an human being, just as an animal. Just as we have many stories about the Lord Buddha, he stayed in the forest, in the mountain or in the cave like that. Some kinds of animal come to stay with him, freely from harmful to each other, just as monkeys, just as elephants, just as a tiger, or any kinds of animal. Even though the ants it come to disturb the person who has their mind full of loving kindness. Just as one illustration I heard from my master, when he going to walking to Dong and stay in the mountain and full of the trees in the forest. When he preparing his umbrella or the cloth, and then he come to sit meditation in his umbrella. While he's sitting, many of the monkeys come to fighting upstairs on the tree. They fighting and biting, and they singing so loud, and that means they fighting together. And then my master, he said that I am come to sitting, I am come to practice meditation, I come to paying the loving kindness, I come to sharing the punya or the merit to all of you. Why you come to fighting to disturb me like this? It is not good enough. And then he just saved himself. After for a moment, that means the clouds of the monkey is gone, and the forest is come back to the quiet. And then while he's sitting, for a moment, that means some ant is coming. They walking, allow his umbrella with he sit under the trees. And then he just say to all of the to the animal that, oh, I come to practice meditation and not come to disturb or violent to anyone, even though the tree, even though any kinds of animal. Then we should be living separation, and if you live by your way, I will stay by my way, like that. Don't be come to disturb, to destroy to each other. It make your harmful to the other. It's not good enough, like that. Then he just say to that kinds of an animal. After some time, that means all of the animal is walking on all of the and is walking away from his sleeping place. Therefore, one kind of the benefits of the loving kindness, that means they will be beloved of the human being and unhuman being or non-human being, even though an animal. And the other, that means one who full of loving kindness, that means they will be easy to concentrate. That means when you come to meditation, your mind will be easy going to calm down, because of your mind is not burned. Your mind is not disturbed by the anger, by desire, by envy, by the delusion, like that. That means our mind is free from the condition we make our mind frustration. Just as the water is free of the dust, it's easy to be clean, it's easy to be clear, it's easy to be take a look our shadow in the water. Therefore, one who full of loving kindness, they will be make our mind going to be easy to calm down or concentrate when they're doing meditation. And the other, that means suppose they not get enlightenment or liberation within this life. After he passing away, his future, the next life, they will was born in the good stage, just at the sublime state. That means plumber. This is just the benefit of the loving kindness. One is we call eye vision state. We can touching in the present moment. The second is it will be beyond our eye vision. That means we can clear comprehend by our eye, but we should be clear. We can clear comprehend and understand by ourselves, just as the mind language. That means we can communicate, we clear comprehend by ourselves. This is just the benefits of the loving kindness, which the Buddha he said in Metta Pramavihara Sutta.
another question comes to my mind right now. A lot of people have this attempt to love other people and are very caring and loving, but they have great difficulties to love themselves due to their past experiences, due to maybe that they had not a very good relationship to their parents, or they had very traumatic experiences. What would you tell these people? How could one start to love himself more? Is there anything?
Actually, for the loving kindness, it should be start from ourselves first. Just as we give one illustration, that means support our mind is like as the battery pot. When we are sharing the electric power to the others, we should be recharger the battery full of within our battery pot first before to deliver it to the people. Therefore, the loving kindness, just as support, we think that we full of the loving kindness to the people but not care ourselves. It is maybe not based on the knowledge. Not based on the knowledge. Just as the Buddha himself, before he come to declare or give the sermon to the people, he have to training himself, develop himself since he got enlightenment. After that, when he clear comprehends about the true nature of things, by clear comprehends about the true nature of his life, then he sharing his loving kindness when he feel into his life and sharing to the others. Therefore, someone maybe say that I love myself, but they doing maybe the opposite way. Just that suppose you still doing something is wrong based on something is a bad behavior. Just that you may be still drunk, you still playing the gamble, you may be going on to smoking, or that means you harmful yourself. Even though you say that you love yourself, but based on that love, I think that it based on the conditional love. It's not unconditional love, because you still harmful yourself. Many kinds of the behavior. You still harmful your mind. You still harmful your body, your life. But you say that you love the people. It may be unbelievable because of that love. Even though you say that it is a loving kindness, but the loving kindness is first is based on knowledge, based on the ignorance, based on the lust, maybe based on the attach. Therefore, the loving kindness, first of all, when we're talking about this point of view, we should be clear comprehensive about the true nature of our life first. Just the Buddha, he said that we should be take ourselves going to be illustration to the others. Then we love of the happiness, we hate of the suffering, as well as the other people the same. The other animal is also the same. Therefore, the loving kindness, it should be start from ourselves. We try to look after ourselves, take care of ourselves, and then when we see the benefits of the happiness and the dangers of the suffering, they will feel loving kindness to the other people really easy. Suppose we don't clear comprehension about the dangers of the some behavior we practice or doing in our daily life. Even though we said that we loving kindness to the other, it is based on we say that it's based on the ignorance or desire, based on the attach, based on the lust, not based on the knowledge or wisdom. Therefore, the loving kindness start from ourselves first. It should be training, clear comprehension about the true nature of life and the dangers, what is the benefit, what is not benefit for our life. After we clear comprehension about the true nature of things, this point of view, we will be extend to the first one, the one we are beloved. Just as to our parents, to our relatives, to our teachers, to our friends, and also to the
the living being around the world. It will be extend moment by moment. That means step by step. But it should be start from ourselves first. Just I give illustration. That means like as our people is our life is like as a electricity pot. Before you sharing the electric power to the other, you should be charging it full enough. That means before you sharing your loving kindness to the other, you should be also full of the loving kindness for yourself. Suppose they care for the other, they loving kindness for the other. Suppose the thing we help the person we give support not successful, they may be shamed to angry, they may be feel to sorrow, they may be feel to frustration. That means loving like that is based on the lust or based on the unknowledge, ignorance, not knowledge. Suppose we have the loving kindness, even though we help them mostly any kinds of the thing we can give support them by the object, by the matter, by the suggestion, by the power we going to do to help them. Any kinds of thing we sharing all to all of them, but they cannot liberation or release from the status they got suffering. After that we come to consideration based on the knowledge or the wisdom. Because of everyone they has the karma based on themselves. We cannot change the karma of the people, but we can suggestion. Suppose they not following our suggestion, that it belong to their karma. Therefore, the loving kindness, it is a good, but it should be based on the knowledge. Just as the Brahma-vihara or the four sublime states of the great person, we is talking in three categories or three kinds that I have said. That means loving kindness and compassion and sympathetic joy and neutrality or the equanimity. The first one we use with the normally status of the people, living being. The second is compassion when their life or status is lower or fell down. We come to give support them. Our mind we change to compassion. When we can give support them and help them already they growing up and liberation from the problem and suffering, our mind is changing to be sympathetic joy. And we use three already. 1, 2, 3. We use everything is completely, but they cannot. We cannot change the problem. They cannot resolve the problem or the suffering from the other people or the other animal. That mind we come to stay back based on the knowledge. That means we should be concerned with them based on the awareness and knowledge, not just for these three. Therefore, these three is for feeling situation. The fourth one is for awareness, knowledge, and wisdom.